Hello, hi everyone, and welcome to this webinar organized by WeUni in partnership with emlyon Business School. My name is Federica, nice to meet you all, and I'll be your host for today's event on behalf of WeUni. I see here that the first people are really starting to connect, so we're gonna wait just a few minutes before starting to allow everyone to connect. In the meantime, feel free to say hi on our chat here in Zoom, and please tell us where are you from if you are curious. So, perfect. I see that more people are joining. So, first of all, I want to thank everyone for joining us and thank our panelists for being here with us today. As you can see here, I'm not alone, and I want to introduce you all to Ricky Moore, Program Director, Jasmine Sba, Program Advisor, and we have with us two students that will give us some really useful testimonials about what it means studying at emlyon. And we have with us Emily and Paul. Welcome, it's a pleasure to have you all here. So today we're going to discover how this Master in Global Innovation and Entrepreneurship at emlyon Business School helps students to turn into ideas and action across Europe and Asia. You're going to hear from current students and learn how this hands-on program shapes global and future careers from day one. Actually, Emily is heading to Louis Vuitton to work on luxury innovation, and Paul is already working on his second startup. So they'll share how this program helped them find the confidence, tools, and international mindsets to shape their future. You also have the possibility to interact with our speakers and ask them questions. So today is a really great occasion since we have two students with us that just months ago were in the same situations as you. So talking about that, I'd like to remind you that after the presentation, we will go through a Q&A session where you will be able to ask a direct question to the panelists. So don't be shy and just type all type of questions in the section of the Q&A here on Zoom, and we will go through them at the end of the webinar. Also, for those of you who are interested in receiving a certificate of attendance by WeUni for this free masterclass, stay tuned because we will post the link to get the certificate at the end of the session. So I think that we are able to start. So welcome to those who just joined. And now I'm leaving the floor to our panelists for their presentation. Enjoy this webinar and see you later.
So hello, everyone. Thank you for joining this webinar about the MSc in Global Innovation and Entrepreneurship at emlyon Business School. So my name is Yasmin Spa, and I'm a graduate program advisor at emlyon. I'm delighted to be here with you today to introduce this exciting program and answer any questions you might have. And if you decide to apply and you're admitted to this program, I'd be here to guide you through the whole admission and enrollment process until you join our school. Today, we will walk you through the key aspects of the program, the structure, the career opportunities, the internships and job opportunities, the international exposure. Then we will talk with our current students to let them share their experiences with you directly. We will be asking them a few questions, and then I will be, of course, presenting the application process, the scholarships that we offer, and then some tips to enhance your application. I really advise you to stay until the end if you need these tips. So we are honored to have with us today Mr. Ricky Moore, the program director. Hello, Ricky. Then we have with us Amélie and Paul, who are current students. Actually, they are now in Vietnam, and they will be introducing themselves a little bit later. So to start with the introduction of the program, I'll give the word to Ricky to introduce the MSc in Global Innovation and Entrepreneurship.
Thank you, Yasmin. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the webinar. So as Yasmin said, I'm Ricky Moore. I'm the director of the program. I'll be there to work with you throughout this journey of the MSc. So the GIE has an ambition to enable you to climb as high as you dream. It may sound a little cliche, but that's really the spirit of the program. You know, get out of your comfort zone and try to create tomorrow. So the GIE is a transformative journey that's very global, that's hybrid, drives a lot of socially responsible and sustainable innovation and entrepreneurship in its spirit. Okay. We aim to create a community of young, socially responsible entrepreneurs and business leaders who will engage in a sustainable innovation and entrepreneurship, both individually and within the organizations. And ultimately, we'll try to provide the graduates with a truly global mindset that combines theoretical knowledge, practical approaches, and immersive experience in 2 continents and 4 cities. Next. All right. So the program runs for 18 months. You're going to be doing 120 ECTS credits, and that will enable you to accomplish your ambition and embark on this sustainable journey, right? So 120 credits, 18 months to get your degree. Within the program, you'll be learning some basic essential skills, how to create ventures and, what are the business practices, how to leverage and identify social and entrepreneurial opportunities, construct pathways and networks of sustainable innovation and leadership, and you'll benefit from a truly global entrepreneurial experience where you're going to be in Europe, in Scandinavia, and Southeast Asia. And together, that will help you to boost your entrepreneurial career. Next. So what the curriculum looks like, basically the curriculum is divided into 2 sections, 3 academic semesters, and then you have a 4th semester, which is your internship and your dissertation. The first academic semester is going to be in Lyon, and that usually runs from September to December. The second one is going to be in Oulu in Finland, that goes from January through March. The third trimester is in Vietnam, and that runs from April through late June, early July. And then the fourth period is where you're going to be doing your internship wherever you'd like in the world and working on your dissertation. Next. So what's in the curriculum? What's in the content? Next, please. All right. So in the Lyon semester, we want you to understand the entrepreneurial ecosystem. As you realize, the GIE sort of allows you to navigate through 3 different ecosystems, right? And the first one is understanding the entrepreneurial ecosystem here in Lyon. And you'll do things like the corporate social responsibility, which is mandatory given the philosophy of the school. We'll take you through an entrepreneurial boot camp, which kind of gets you exposed, inspired by some of the entrepreneurs around. We'll visit an incubator. We'll play with some AI tools and techniques. We'll do some inspirational driving activities. But basically, we want to get you comfortable with the environment, with the jargon, with the concepts that you will explore. There's another course you're going to do. It's on entrepreneurship and design thinking, and this takes you into an innovation lab within the university, and it's all about trying to get you to think differently using your creative skills, right? So you'll be working on some concepts that may seem, unrelated to entrepreneurship, but we'll ask you to redesign a customer experience for a building or for a city or for a technique. So you're basically going to be venturing into a domain that is perhaps unrelated or seemingly unrelated to what you would expect in entrepreneurship. But that's how you can create new business models, new landscapes, new innovative ventures, etc. Then you do things like business strategy in action, where you're going to sort of learn the basic tools of strategy, sustainability strategy, social entrepreneurship, microeconomics and competitiveness, operational excellence, cross-cultural management, corporate entrepreneurship, etc. Okay. So we kind of lay the foundation in the first semester in Lyon. The second semester is at Oulu Business School in the north of Finland. It's in a city called Oulu. You've probably never heard about it, and you certainly probably never been to it. In Oulu, you'll be immersed in a very different ecosystem. You tend to go there in early January, so it's kind of like in the middle of the winter. And there's a lot of sustainable technology in that city. It's one of Europe's most, or the world's most sustainable cities. There you'll do courses around customer behavior analysis, entrepreneurship and emerging technologies, institutional context of global business, automotive business and logistics ecosystems, enterprise process planning, venture growth strategies, and modern topics in telecommunications and radio engineering. So we're kind of looking at the 6G technology that are coming along. So you'll be able to sort of take advantage of that environment to sort of broaden your mind around where you can go with the various technologies. Then the third semester, you're going to head to Vietnam. So you go from the cold to the heat. You're going to start off in Hanoi and then go down to Ho Chi Minh City. And there you'll be taking courses on how to leverage the entrepreneurial ecosystem in Southeast Asia. You'll do things on the local business environment. You'll look at purchasing, social media and mobile marketing, brand communication, and then we'll either do international business law or intercultural and global management, depending on the type, the profile of the program and the class. Out there, you'll also be doing a major in-company business project that you'll present to the company at the end of the semester. All right. So you'll start off in Hanoi and then you move down to Ho Chi Minh City, which is in the southern part of the country. And you'll also be taking classes with another MSc from emlyon Business School, the Master of Science in International Marketing and Business Development. Okay. So next, thank you. So throughout all of this, we hope that you'll be able to get ready for the internships. So if you've done your 3 semesters of academic courses, you then go into the 4th semester where you'd have to start looking for the internships. And there, I've given you a list of where the students from last year have been doing their internships. And you can see they either are startups or some of the large consulting firms or some of the major industrial players. So there's a whole host of opportunities available to you in terms of what you can do for internships. All right. And we will encourage you to really choose your internships very carefully. There, you'll have to do a minimum of 4 months of internships, and you can go up to 6 months in the internship. For those of you who are wanting to create your own companies, we also have an opportunity for you to develop your projects within our incubator at school. Okay, so if your internship is either going to be in a firm or if you want to do the create your own company, we'll give you that opportunity once you've completed the internship. Once you're done with all of that, we hopefully get you on a nice career trajectory. So either go be an entrepreneur, as Paul is going to tell you about later on, an entrepreneur in a company. You may take over the family business. You can go work as a business developer. You can go work as an innovation catalyst, the product development manager, business intelligence developer, etc. So multiple career prospects are available to you, and we will work with you in helping you to find your ideal path. Thank you. Right. So why choose the GIE? Basically, we want you to help build your future with us. We're one of the leading French business schools, the number 2, 3, 4, depending on the year, depending on the ranking. We believe in educating entrepreneurs for the world. We recruit students from around the world. We have a very diverse profile of students coming into the program. We have a global reputation for entrepreneurship. We're known as a leader in entrepreneurial education. You will have an opportunity to explore and be immersed in 3 unique entrepreneurial ecosystems around the world. You'll be able to travel around Schengen for your internship opportunities, so you don't have to do it in France. You can do it within the Schengen area or anywhere around the world. And you will have the opportunity also to be a program ambassador and a member of the global community of our alumni. So there are multiple reasons why you would be interested in choosing to come to emlyon.
Thank you so much, Ricky, for the presentation. You can ask your questions after. We will have a Q&A session, as my colleague said, so you can ask Ricky all the questions you need. Next, we will move to our current students. They will be sharing their experience in the program. So I'll let Amelie and Paul present themselves briefly, and then we can continue with some questions regarding the program. So you may start. Amelie, can you please introduce a little bit your academic and professional background?
Hello, so my name is Amélie Corot. I'm from France, Strasbourg, and I've done a bachelor in international management at Cage Business School in Bordeaux. And then I decided to enter this master because I wanted to improve my skills in innovation and entrepreneurship. I had like a business in mind since 2 years, and I decided to enter the program to have the tools to create my business after my studies, but also to gain some insights about innovation because right now I'm very interested in the luxury sector and I would like to work in that sector for some years before starting really my own company. So yeah, I've been really enjoying the program and going abroad, gaining a lot of insights about new countries that I have never been to. We are currently in Vietnam. It's a really, really great experience. Very open. It really is something that will open your mind and create new possibilities in terms of business, but also about how you view the world. And I think that maybe it's the most interesting in this master, how you will perceive the world after traveling so much, after being in France, after being in Finland, and after discovering Asia.
Thank you so much, Amélie, for this presentation. Paul, I'll give the word to you. Can you please introduce yourself a little bit for us?
Yes, sure. Can you see me or not?
Actually, let me check. Yes, we can see you.
Okay. So yeah, hello everyone. My name is Paul. I'm part of the emlyon Entrepreneurship program. Previously, I did a bachelor in hospitality management in a Swiss hospitality school, and I had my own project to start a new company as well, just like Amélie, which was pretty well developed already, and I was looking for an incubator. So I decided to join emlyon for the performance of this incubator, and then I got reached by the program to join as well this program in entrepreneurship. Overall, so now I'm not in Vietnam, I'm in Korea, doing some market study for cosmetic, because I have also some views on working on the cosmetic industry. But this is a bit what this program looks like. So this meeting gives you a brief introduction of how entrepreneurship works. But I think if you have it in your blood, then you will be enabled to succeed and enjoy fully the experience.
Thank you so much, Paul. It's really nice to see you in the action spontaneously right now. So it's a good example for our future students. So I'll proceed with some questions to give some information and your insights about the program. So the first question, we can start with Amélie. Why did you choose this program and why did you choose emlyon Business School, please?
So I chose this program because I wanted first to travel around the world. As I just told you, I think it's a beautiful experience to be able to discover new culture, to open your mind about business practices, because we are not doing the same types of business in Asia than you do in Finland, for example. So it was really interesting to see that. And also, I decided to choose emlyon because it's a great ranked school. So it also matters, especially if you want to have a part of your career that is more traditional, and if you want to start also creating a career in big companies. For example, I will start my internship in for Francis Kurjan in an operational marketing position as an innovator. So it can give you great opportunities in top companies like LVMH, for example. And also, I decided to choose this master because I wanted to be in contact with other students from other culture. And I think this is really worth it because you get to have an expanded network internationally, which can lead you to create businesses later with people all around the world, or like have the tools at your disposition if you need to expand your business. I don't know, for example, in Italy or in Belgium or whatever.
Thank you so much, Emily. Indeed, this program has a very global dimension. It's, I think, the main point of the program, and it's very important to mention it. So, Paul, can you please tell us why did you choose this program and the emlyon Business School?
Yes. So maybe let's start with the school because actually I'm from Lyon, and so then I was thinking about doing a master, and of course because of the very good marketing of Lyon, I got caught, so I joined the school. It was not very linked with anything. It was more because of convenience. Then why I chose the program because I kind of knew I've always since I'm 12 I've started to do small things, always creating a few stuff to make a bit of money, to pay my lunch, to pay my dinner, and so growing even in Switzerland when I was doing my bachelor, I did kind of the same thing in the wine industry. I started distributing French vineyards in Switzerland, and then came up my startup idea. Startup, yes, let's say startup, and so I was like, okay, maybe I should join this kind of program to push me to go further in my project. But yeah, I already had a bit of international exposure because I've been already to Vietnam for a couple of months before joining the program, and I traveled a bit with my family around the world for different reasons, and so yeah, I think it was more because it was fitting my way of living, and as well the priorities I had, which are pursuing my personal project, and yeah, that's it.
Thank you so much, Paul. And it was suitable to your professional and personal projects, if I understood well.
Yes, the thing is that my professional project, I like, yes, of course I have one, but it has never been so clear for me, like what I want to do, which industry I want to work in. I'm a bit in this situation, and I'm I'm very opportunistic person. So I don't have a clear way of thinking, and it always change, it always evolve. That's what I am like, and
That's an
and so that's why
entrepreneur spirit.
maybe I don't know, maybe, and so that's why I wanted to focus on my personal project, and what's better than doing a master in entrepreneurship.
Thank you so much for the answer. It's really interesting to see how students live the program, actually. So the second question would be, what are your favorite courses, 2, 3 maximum, and why? We can start with Amélie. Hello, Amélie, can you hear me?
Yes, sorry that my Wi-Fi is a bit messy.
No problem. We can deal with that. So my question was, what are your favorite courses, 2 or 3 maximum, and why do you like these courses?
I think my favorite courses was new venture creation when I was in Aulu. I really liked to study it in Aulu because I think there was very interesting classes, a good education level too. As we know, northern countries are very good in that field. Yeah, it was basically a class about how startup are growing, what are their life cycles, and it was really interesting because as an entrepreneur, you have to know that you have to know the tendencies, the numbers, and also the finance linked to your business. Was the one super involved in our class and had super good insight. He basically traveled all around the world and did some good research in Israel, which is a very niche country. So yeah, very interesting. And globally, I think that all classes you have to take what fits you for your entrepreneurship journey, because not all classes will resonate with your project, but you can still take the parts that will benefit you. And I think that's the mindset to have when you're going to this master.
Thank you so much, Amélie. So, Paul, can we hear, please, what are your favorite courses and why do you like these courses?
Yes. So my favorite class was during the first day. We have a Make Sense introduction about carbon footprint, this kind of thing. No, it's a joke. It was not my favorite class. I mean, it was a terribly long day. But my favorite class actually would be the finance one, which was in emlyon, linked with how to literally finance your project and structure the financial different documents of a specific project. We had a very interesting professor, which was actually involved in the startup ecosystem in Lyon. He was very interesting as a person as well, and we had a lot of fun learning from him. And we had the possibility as well to kind of simulate our own project during this school topic, during this voilà, cette matière. And then another class maybe that I really enjoyed was venture development, new venture creation. It was not new venture creation. It was new venture development, I think. It was a link with Miss Cooper, which is a teacher from the US. And she was literally teaching us how to make business in a very competitive environment. And again, it was very practical. It's not the kind of thing you just learn from books and then read by heart and then put it back on during the exam. It was more learning by doing, which is what should be more present within this program, by the way. But it's really what was very interesting. And yeah, I think those two classes were very relevant because they don't talk too much about sustainability and carbon footprint and these kind of things, which are a bit not what I'm looking for at all. They are way more concrete, and they teach you how to succeed, how to be proud of what you're doing, and how to make money at the end, I think.
Thank you so much, Paul. So we move on to the last question. Can you share with us the highlights of your experience in Finland and Vietnam? We can start with Amélie. What are the moments that you preferred in Ulu Business School or in Vietnam? The highlight of these two trips, please.
I mean, the highlights of the trips are visiting the companies in each countries because you discover a lot about the business structure by meeting business people, basically. So it was really a highlight for me, especially in Finland. We saw the company Nokia, which is a huge actor in 5G, for example. So it was really enriching. And here in Vietnam, it was also really great to discover smaller companies with like impact projects. We visited the ceramic places, and I really could feel something also on the human side about people trying hard to build impactful businesses, which is something I'm really involved too in it. So yeah, and basically also just being with a class with different people, creating relationships with people all around the world. The human side is very important when you're doing business because you're doing business with people. So if you understand people, you understand business too. And I think it's the highlight of my experience with Lyon.
Thank you so much, Amélie. So, Paul, can you give us the highlights of your experience in Finland and Vietnam, please?
Yes, sure. Basically in Finland, I think it was. I've never been in those Nordic countries, so it was very interesting for me to visit. And I think when I arrived, I was not expecting such a low pace in terms of the way people are doing business and even human interaction. So I would say this trip was more of a spiritual moment with myself, where I kind of discovered who I am really, who I want to be, what are the different paths toward my end objective. So I think it was way more about learning resilience. So even you're in an environment that's not fitting to your behavior, I think I'm way more accustomed to the Vietnam environment. If we should do a comparison. But yeah, so by joining this this place, by traveling to Finland, it was very difficult at the beginning to see how things are being done. But at the end, I went out from what I keep in my mind after this trip is learning resilience. What are your clear objectives? And I know that nothing will stop me from doing that now, because I had time to think about it. I had time to experience what I don't want to be. You know what I mean? And this was my experience in Finland. I don't want to be in those places where business is very low pace, and etc. I know it, and I want to implement it in my everyday work. And yeah, not only be influenced by the external environment. You know, I want to be my own engine in my future business life. And one of the highlights from Finland definitely was comment s'appelait cette Lapset, was visiting one of the company focusing on creating kind of playgrounds for children, which is called Lapset in Rovaniemi, northern Finland. And we visited them, and we met the owneress of this company, which is like the third generation. And she gave us some very practical insights on how it is to take over a family business. So this was very interesting. We had a one-on-one session with her. So it's a 50 million turnover company, euro turnover company. So it's okay. It's a good company. They are very healthy in terms of financials, and it was very interesting to see how it worked. And maybe let's switch to Vietnam to not make it too long. My highlights in Vietnam. I think when I came already in Vietnam like a few months, as I said, for professional work. And one of the highlights so far, we had a very interesting session last week with some TikTok managers within the region that were introducing kind of the new way people are having are changing their purchasing behavior online. And this was very interesting because I'm working also during this session in Vietnam, and I'm looking to promote an event. And so I reached some of those guys from TikTok to promote the event I'm working on, which will happen in Ho Chi Minh City in December, by the way, if you want to attend. It's about cosmetic. And so it was very interesting to learn more about those purchasing behavior, and actually understanding and hearing those behaviors, those shifts from people that are within the country. It was very interesting. And and those people they have local success stories, definitely.
Thank you so much, Paul, for the explanation. So the program is definitely constructed for all types of entrepreneurs, I think, for high-paced, low-paced, and it's important to discover both of the ecosystems. It depends on the mindset of the entrepreneur, of course, and the student. So we will be moving to the application process and the tips to enhance your application. Thank you so much to Paul and Emily for sharing your experiences. I will now present the final part of this webinar, the eligibility requirements, the application process, the scholarships, and some tips. So to start, you have to prepare your application, of course. First of all, you have to check your eligibility criteria. To apply, you need a minimum of a 3-year bachelor degree or equivalent. You have to have 180 ECTS credits. So the application sessions are open from October to June, July. It depends, because if the program is full, we obviously close the recruitment sessions. The current session will be ending on June 16. So if you have any questions, I will be your main contact. You can contact me directly. And of course, we advise you, do not wait until the last day of the session to apply, because if you're missing a document or there's any error in your application, you could miss, of course, the current session, and you have to wait until the next one. So here are the key steps for the application process. First of all, you have to submit your application online, and then your application will be processed by the admission team. You have to create an account on our website, choose the program, click on apply, and then complete your application by uploading the requested documents. We will go, of course, into more details just after this slide. And you have a payment of 120 euros as an application fee. So as I said, your application will then be processed by the admission team. Second, you have to take the digital tests. That has to be done on a computer with a working webcam, a stable Wi-Fi connection, and of course, alone in a quiet environment. You will be filmed during the whole test, so it's important to take a professional poster. The test includes cognitive exercises, motivation questions, and a professional role play in a company setting. If you need more details, of course, don't hesitate to contact me. We have a video also that explains really well how the digital tests go. And it's important to note that the test can only be taken once. So then your application is done. You have to wait for the admission jury results that you will receive by email. If you're admitted to the program, you have 10 days to sign up the registration form and pay 4,500 euros to secure your spot in the program. So regarding the requested documents, we will be needing a resume in English, including details of your experience, including the months. It's very important, so we can calculate the duration of your professional experience. We will be needing your previous higher education diploma, if you already graduated, or the certificate of enrollment of the current year, if your degree is currently in progress. We will also be needing all signed and stamped higher education transcripts and a valid ID, passport, for example. Then, of course, we have some optional documents. So for the letters of recommendation, academic or professional, while they are optional, they are highly encouraged by program directors. So try at least to have one recommendation letter. Then we will be, as an optional document, we have the English proficiency test. It's always a it's always an optional document, sorry. And we will be, of course, assessing your English capabilities during the digital tests. That's why it's an optional document. But last, we have the official management aptitude test score, like the GMAT, the TAJMAT, the GRE, for example. It's an optional document, but it could give you access to a scholarship that we call the Excellent Scholarship. So we arrive at the scholarships. So the excellent scholarships, as I said, are based on your TAJMAT, GMAT, GRE results. It's an optional document, as I mentioned, and could give you access to between 5 and 10% of a scholarship. Of course, it's depending on the score you get. And if you want to know the scores, as always, don't hesitate to contact me. The test results can be submitted later. Actually, you can start your application now and then provide the management test not later than mid-July 2025. Then emlyon offers also an individual scholarship. It's not actually only based on the financial situation of the candidate. It's based on the motivation, on the academic and professional background. Actually, the panel, the jury, may grant you a scholarship that could cover up to 50% of the tuition fees. So it's a very important scholarship. You have to fill out a form that you can find online on your emlyon account. We will be asking you one question: why should we give you this scholarship? And you have to write a sort of a motivation letter to explain your motivation to join the school, your interest in the program, why did you choose emlyon, for example. And the panel will decide, and the decision will be communicated at the same time that the admission results. And as I said, it could cover between 5 and 50% of the entire tuition fee. Please note that both of these scholarships can be cumulated and can cover up to 50%. Sorry, there's an error on the presentation, but it could go up to 50%. So for example, if you get 5% of an excellent scholarship and 20% of an individual scholarship, you will get in total 25 scholarships on the tuition fee. So we will move to the tips to enhance your application, to strengthen your application for the MSc in Global Innovation and Entrepreneurship. These are some tips and some advices you could rely on. First of all, highlight your previous professional experiences in innovation and entrepreneurship. It's very important on your resume. We look at them very carefully. You can also showcase your school projects if you have worked on industry-related projects. You have to present a clear and well thought out professional project aligned with the program's objectives during the digital test. And then you have to express, of course, your motivation to join our school, emlyon Business School, clearly and convincingly. Then I advise you also to familiarize yourself with the program structure and the models to demonstrate your understanding and commitment regarding the program. You can find all the details on our website with the list of the courses, the models. You will also see the objectives of the program. We have some ideas regarding the professional projects, careers, etc. And then, of course, highlight your enthusiasm and strong interest in the field and in joining Lyon Business School. So thank you to everyone for joining us. This is the end of our webinar. Do not hesitate to send me an email if you have any questions. I'm also available on WhatsApp if you're abroad. You can contact me on the number displayed on the screen or the email address, and I will be more than happy to help you and support you during your application. And then I leave the word to our participants. If you have any question, don't hesitate. We are listening.
Hello again. And first of all, I want to thank our panelists for the accurate presentation and the students for their useful testimonials. And I see that we already have some questions, but I'd like to remind you that there is still time to ask questions, and you can do it by writing in the Q&A box. So I'd like to start with the first one. What career services are available to students, and how do they assist in securing employment post-graduation?
So I can actually answer that one. Actually, we have a career service in the school. You will have access to these services while you are a student at EM Lyon and until 3 years after your graduations from the school. You will have access, for example, to a platform where companies publish their employment offers, etc. You can also actually contact an advisor from the career service directly if you have a common interview with a company and you feel that you are not ready. It's totally possible to book an appointment with an advisor from the career service that could help you, support you, and prepare you for your interview. It's like a personalized support. You can also ask for the career service for their advice regarding your resume, how to put it, how to apply, how to write a motivation letter. We also organize a lot of events during the year, online or physical. We actually had the Forum Carrière on the campus. It's been, I think, a few months. We received until 300 companies recruiting for permanent contract, internships, work-study contracts. So it was a really successful event. So we try to do our best, of course, to support students while there are students and after their graduations. And to give you a little information, actually, our school is ranked second in terms of employability in France. And this survey is based on companies. They ask companies which students they want to recruit, and EM Lyon is actually, we're very proud to be ranked second in this ranking.
Thank you so much. And the next question: is the program open for African countries like Zambia? What are the requirements for the admission?
Of course. So our programs are open to everyone around the world. Of course, everything is done online. The application process and the admission process are the same for students coming from all over the world. We don't have any differences. We actually have a team based in Africa, a team based in Asia to support students from different countries. You can contact me on my email address and I can give you the contact of the right person who supports applicants from Africa. And we can give you all the insights regarding the admission and the enrollment process.
Thank you. And next question is about scholarship. So maybe you can put on the slide, maybe, that you showed us. Thank you.
Of course. So as I said, we offer two kinds of scholarship, the excellence and the individual scholarship. The excellence is based on your management test. You can get between 5 and 10%. And the individual scholarship is based on your profile globally. It's just a form you have to fill out and put with your application. And then the jury decides at the same time of your admission the amount of the scholarship you can get. And it could go up to 50% for students who write an amazing motivation letter. On on average, we're at 20-25%, I would say. But last week, I had a student who wrote a really nice motivation letter, and he secured 45% scholarship. So it's not impossible. Don't hesitate, as always, to contact me, and I can give you all the tips to get the scholarship.
Yeah. And next question, are there language courses or resources available for non-French speaking students?
Actually, once you join our school, you will have access to a platform. Normally, it's, of course, not a free platform with courses online with real teachers, and you can learn up to 50 languages, I think. So French is, of course, part of it. You will have access to a platform called Alticia as an EM Lyon student. So you can go check online this platform, and you can work on any language you want. And of course, while living in France, you will be practicing also your English, your French skills. There's a lot of associations also that give free courses or not very expensive courses. You will have the opportunity once you're here to elevate your French level.
Thank you so much. And next, how does
Can I just
emlyon
add something here? Can I just add something here so we can clarify the
Yeah.
expectation? The
Of
program
course.
is in English. So when you're here for the semester, the focus is in getting through your courses. You shouldn't be coming here wanting to learn French as part of the program. It's an opportunity to do so, but it's not something that's going to allow you a lot of time to work in French courses. So I'd like to be very clear so we don't get into any confused or, misconceptions. It's not a program in French, it's in English. There are possibilities for you to learn French, but the priority is going to be getting through the program and the courses.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And now, how does emlyon Business School leverage its corporate partnerships to benefit students in this program?
I would let Ricky answer this question.
Sure.
Maybe he has more insights.
Right. So you're part of the big family of Lyon's community, right? I think we're about 48, 50,000 alumni around the world. So the Alumni Association is very, very present in the school. Many of the faculty that will come to work with you are either alumni of the school or have been part of the alumni community. When you're looking for internships, obviously you look to the alumni community. We have a platform where they can post positions and attract students. When you're looking to enter certain sectors, you can access the alumni database and say, "Hey, I'm this student, I'm working on that. Can you help me find the right person, etc." So like most business schools, we're very proud of this dynamic network, and they will be either in the classroom, available to you for guidance and counseling, and certainly when you're looking for your internships and the job careers.
Thank you so much, Ricky. And then, how active is the International Alumni Network, and what opportunities does it present for current students?
I covered that just now, actually. I mean, so the alumni network is very active, but the mindset is very important. We don't serve you. You've got to be wanting to be served. So I'm saying you need to reach out and work through the network. All right. So it's a vast network. I mean, in about 10 days, I'll be redoing a class with my students from 30 years ago. We're having a special event to celebrate our 30 years of graduation. But that's the bond. So they've been away for 30 years and they're coming back, and we're going to have this unique experience. So if you're proactive in wanting to reach out and work with the network, it's there for you. However, don't come in here and sit down and say, "Oh, I expect to be served." That's not the way it works.
Thank you. And Jasmine, do you want to add anything?
I think we have a dedicated service for the alumni network, and as Ricky said, you have to want to be served. The alumni network is available; everyone has access. It's really precious data for everyone who, after graduation, when you want to change, they organize also events. As Ricky said, there was an event in Singapore, so Lyon to Singapore is it's very far away. But the students gathered and they organized a dinner from, I think, a cohort from 20 years ago. So it's a very active network. You can always count on the alumni. When we when we moved into our new campus this year, we also organized an alumni event network on the campus, and we had 1,000 alumni coming to meet each other, to see each other. It was a really successful event. So you can count on the alumni network, of course.
Thank you so
I can give
much.
you another example. Right now in Vietnam, one of our alumni and one of my former students, who's an alumni in Hanoi and is working with the French Tech agency, he's organizing the French Tech Forum in Ho Chi Minh City, and he's going to invite our students there to attend that event later on this month. So. Very active and very supportive of the program. The alumni also sit on our program board. They are also part of our graduation jury. So, I mean, they're present at all stages of the program.
Thank you so much. And now for Emily and Paul. It was difficult to transfer in different countries other than the one of your origin. Did you have any issues?
I don't think I had major issues coming in Vietnam or Finland. It was more like Paul said, the only thing that was hard maybe was the rhythm in Finland, because it's really slow, especially when you're a student. You have to adapt to that slow pace of work schedule, but it allows you also to do a lot of things and to discover yourself on another level. So it wasn't so hard, especially if you have an international background. You just get used to. You're with a community of like 20, 25 people in your class. You meet new people also, so you have the support of others, which is really great to have, especially if you feel alone and you're not used to. So I don't think it's a problem.
Thank you. And Paul, do you want to add anything?
So regarding a job in alumni network, in general.
We cannot hear you very well. Can you repeat the question,
It's
Frederica,
okay?
please, for him?
Yeah.
So what issues you had in transferring from your country
what
of origin?
issues
So
exactly?
any issues in going to Vietnam or going to Finland?
No, nothing. Just enjoy.
Perfect.
We can see that Paul has an international background, so it's not very complicated for him, I think, to move around.
That's the spirit.
We like the spirit at GIE.
Perfect. Thank you. And now, is this master degree internationally recognized after graduation? For example, if I want to work in Asia, would I face any issue having the degree recognized?
So the degree is recognized as an official French business school degree. It is not considered, it does not have the what's called the visa or the grade category from the Ministry of Education. There are a couple of reasons for that. One, if you wanted to have a program that has the grade of the Ministry of Education, there are certain criteria that must be met. First of all, you have to be recruited through a competitive process. You must do the TAJMAJ or the GMAT, and you must do a language test. So if you want to have the sort of the official accredited or degree from the Ministry of Education, you must do those things. Okay, a competitive entrance process, the TAJMAJ or the GMAT test, and the language test. You cannot escape that. But the institution itself is authorized to deliver the degree by the Ministry of Education. So this is a little technical. And because of that, we are certified by the Conference of the Grandes Écoles in France, the CGE Association, which is a group of business and engineering schools in France authorized by the Ministry of Education to deliver the degree. So our degree is accredited by the Conference des Grandes Écoles. That's why you see the CGE logo on the degree, and you saw it on my slides. So it's authorized by the Ministry of Education, but it does not have the grade that is awarded by the Ministry of Education. So it's a little technical, but yes, we are a legally authorized academic institution able to deliver degrees and accredited by our national accreditors as well as the international accreditors.
Thank you. And last question, is this available also for next year, or we will be informed further?
Yes. I think we will certainly be able to redo this next year. Again, the program is going to be running, so everything we told you here will be available again next year. Of course, we're also working on developing some new options in the programs going forward, so we will always let you know ahead of time and advise whatever changes are coming.
But for next year, 2026, this is the same curriculum of the
Yes,
program. It would not be
exactly.
changing. So it will be
Not a
Finland,
change.
so Oulu Business School, and Vietnam.
Thank you so much. So now, first of all, I want to thank our fantastic guests for the interesting debate and thank everyone for joining us and for your question. I'd like to remind everyone interested in receiving a certificate of attendance by WeUni that you can click on the link that I am sending in the chat right now and request it. Before we say goodbye, I'd like to ask our panelists if they would like to leave our participant with a message.
I can start.
Yeah.
I would say if you're a curious person with a global mindset, who want to discover other cultures, expand your knowledge, don't hesitate to check this program in depth. It's actually one of my favorite programs in the school. I take care of 5 programs, and it's one of my favorites because of the global dimension, the quality of the students also, and what I like the most is that it's a small cohort of students, so everyone knows each other. It's like a family. How do we say it? A family spirit. Ricky can confirm that, I think.
Absolutely.
Ricky knows each student's their name and their last name, which is very rare. So it's not a big promotion, and I think that adds a little bit of spice in the program. So if you're curious, you just want to know more, you have my contacts, and of course, don't hesitate to contact me. I would be happy just to give you some informations, even if you're just curious. Thank you so much for
If you're curious, you want to be challenged, you want to build your tomorrow, then yeah, you may want to consider applying to GIE.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank again to our speakers and everyone connected with us today. And I hope to see you again in the next webinar organized by WeUni. So bye and have a nice day.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye bye,
Thank you.
everyone.
Bye bye, everyone. Thank
Bye.
you. Bye.